So before I get started, I forgot to mention there are some paint defects, well, little splotches right there on his glove. And also, I wanted to mention the way this hand is sculpted. It is a pain getting this trident in his hands. So this, you see how close it's together. Next, getting this trident in his hand, really uh, frustrating sometimes. So there's that. Watch out for that. So if you get this figure, but I wanted to talk about this line, well, DC Collectibles in general, because in my thoughts, because before they were DC Direct, and most of the figures they made, you know, back in the day, those that have been doing DC Collectibles and DC Direct, back in the day, they did make figures that had limited articulation. A good example was this another Aquaman, but based on the work of Ed McGuinness from forget that it was JLA Classified. I forget the name of that storyline, and that's kind of when I jumped back into comics around that time. So, um, and they put out these figures, and you had very limited articulation, like this left and right, basically like maybe like 5 points, maybe six. I don't know. Shoulders go up that far. You did have up and down, but single bend, and they weren't using clear plastic. But your legs, you got this, that. Didn't even have a race rotation or nothing. So for that, at that time, they were good for that time, but these were basically just statuesque figures. With how you say it, yeah, they basically statues. So you can't really do much with them nowadays. But you know, I feel that that's what DC Collectibles. That's what they. I still think that's their main goal is just to make figures they look good on your shelves, but uh, I don't know. They mainly has been their QC and using that clear plastic because around that time that's when I started watching guys like ODC and Strident, and then that's when they were starting to get into more articulation. And watch Strident's video, I think on that Owl Man, his leg broke off right during his review, and so that's I've been really picky about getting stuff from DC Collectibles myself. Uh, I thought they were going like in the right directions with the designer series, like that Batman, and I got the Nightwing, and just recently got this Aquaman that has pretty good articulation, but no, I'm not gonna go over. Sorry, let me go down there for a minute. But it has no wrist rotation. There is a glove swivel, but they're just little things. I don't. The A stance, which that they didn't stand like that white stance that you can get them up a little bit straighter. But um, I was putting it off because I didn't like this face at first, but it's growing on me. Um, I think I had heard people were complaining about too much articulation in these figures, so I don't understand. I think they were going in the right directions with these, and but they're still using the clear plastic. So I think this guy doesn't have that. That's why I said I think they could have used this kind of style joints for those legs, but just make this a little bit more where you can stand it up straight. Uh, but I like the ankles too. I think that would have been better. See, like they were heading in the right direction, but it seems like once they did the icons, I don't know why they went a little bit backwards. I think icons they were heading trying something, but I don't know. I think icons, like I have the Bombshells Wonder Woman, which is kind of in scale with these guys. That has the icon articulation, but with the added thigh swivel, and that's what most people wanted was this thigh swivel. I think if they kept going, just added more, put the thigh swivel there, and because they got double jointed elbows for women, and bicep swivels. So I think they were heading. They just, I don't know. They weren't. They were, because they said they were 6 inches, but they weren't really that exactly 6 inches. I think that's what turned most people off. So, but I think they were in the right direction, articulation wise, but just tweaking some things. Even if they didn't want to just go back to regulars like they did with here. I think the icons were in the right direction, and not using this clear plastic. That's one thing. They gotta stop using that clear plastic and try to paint it, because that's I thought they had gone away from it. Then ODC did a video, and he revealed that they were just painting over the clear plastic. So I think this one, I know I looked at my Zatanna one. I thought they had painted that, and that one was this black plastic, but they painted a clear. They can't talk. They painted over it with black, the clear plastic with black. So they need to stop that. They really do. And my biggest problem with this line is the price. If you're trying to compete with Marvel Legends, you cannot. You got to give us more stuff for trying to charge us up to $30 for these figures, and not giving us no extra hands, a head, something. Besides this, the trident. Like I said, I wouldn't have got this guy if he wasn't. I basically just got him for $20. But if they if they start adding more stuff, keep it like at least at $25. And I don't want to hear this from people, because we have an American company that does great sculpting, articulation, and gives you a lot of accessories. They're called NECA, and they keep their price at around $20 to $24. And DC Collectibles can do that. They can. I don't want to hear them complaining about using. That's why they use this clear plastic to keep the price down. No, you can use better plastic, give us more accessories, and keep the price at least about $24, because you've done it before. And there's companies out there that do it, and so I just don't understand that. That's my biggest problem with this line, is the price. That's why I have not gotten none of them. This is the first one I got. I'll probably get more online when they drop in prices, because that's the only way I'm going to get them. Because yeah, I think that's not that price is too much for just a figure. And I think you're claiming you're charging us for the articulation, which is kind of bull. But that's just my thoughts on this line. So I wanted to do this. Well, I didn't want to ramble on during the other parts. So, but that's just my thoughts on this line. But if you can get this figure around $20, or any of these figures around $20, and if that's where you want to get them. Like I'm an Aquaman fan, so I got this guy. But if you want to get one of these new figures, try to get them released around $20. Don't anything else is that. I don't think that's worth it myself. I mean, this guy looks great, but there's just problems. I have joints I still got to put. This one doesn't bend. I'm going to put that under the heat. I don't want to break it because of that clear plastic. They got to stop using that clear plastic. They just got to stop using that. It's in the right direction with articulation, but we got to get the price point down, or give us more accessories. It can't be charging us that much with nothing. No extra hands, or just the figure. So, I mean, the guy looks great, but that's just my opinion. So, thanks guys for watching. Hit the like, subscribe. Thanks to all the new subscribers. And until next time, don't support scalpers. Peace.